day 362 off the grid. Well, technically it's day 363 the morning of, but I'm going to show you what I did on day 362, basically, yesterday. Well, I did some gay lawning. Look, lawn looks really nice now, doesn't it? But that's not all I did. If we turn around here, I built this box from a kit that I bought while we was on our Wanganui Equinox mission from the warehouse. It's my new battery box. It's a garden box. They normally retail for $99, but about twice a year the warehouse always has a special where they're about $60, and at $60 that's a price point that I can jump in on and go, yep, that's a pretty good deal. I just made of plastic, you just throw it together. Now they're made in an interesting place. You'd think, oh yeah, they're made in China. No, these are made in Israel. It's probably just as bad, in fact it's probably worse, but you know, it's something different, I suppose. So there we go, the battery box, and as you can see it occupies this little corner. Once been a garden and will be a garden no more, but these trees here of course guarantee that this gets fuck all sun, so it's not going to be a garden, it's going to be my battery box centre. So I moved these 80s lights over here. Got to wire them up at some point, because they'll look really, really cool. I'll put LEDs in them, of course, for the low power consumption. They have full-size bayonet sockets inside. They used to have 12 volt bulbs in them, like full-size 25 watts or something. But anyway, it's not what we're talking about. We're talking about my battery box. So, well, one convenience of filming this the day after the event is that it has rained last night and we can see how well it performed, because obviously this has got to be waterproof. These are sold as being waterproof and rot proof. Well, that's pretty obvious, they're made of plastic. Whether they're UV proof or not, that remains to be seen, of course. But certainly, you know, they're a lot bigger than that Taurus storage bin I was using over the other side under the solar panel, which I'm now decommissioning, because I'm just going to put everything in here. So let's have a look, see what we've got so far. There we go. I did actually manage to move some batteries in there last night, and as you can see they have stayed dry. So this was the battery I had in the Taurus box. It's the Century tractor battery. Still part of my backup system, which I've got to do some more work on, and that'll be coming up soon. So I moved that from the Taurus bin, and I pulled back the wiring and hooked it up so it's fully active in there now in its new home. I'll redo this wiring a bit neater and take it through the wall. Now it's just sneaking in under the door, but it's just a quick fix to keep it going. But these batteries here tell another story. And this is one of the main reasons why I want to get this box. These were taking up room in the B shed, all of them. And none of these batteries are particularly good. And this is going to form the basis of another battery backup system. And this is what I actually call a 10 volt system. Yeah, it's going to be a 10 volt system. Thinking 10 volts? What use is 10 volts? Well, once 10 volts is put through our boost converter, it can be 12 volts nominal, or it can be 24 volts nominal. But the reason why we're talking about 10 volts here is because each of these batteries have a downed cell, and each of these batteries, although they've got a downed cell, the remaining 5 cells are still capable of putting out a hefty current. Now that would normally render a battery scrapping material, you know, but there's still a lot of good capacity in these batteries, so it seems a shame to waste it. So hence, if we have a nominal 10 volt system, we can have a 5 cell battery system. I can just simply throw all these batteries in parallel. They'll only be backup, so they'll be trickle charged, and when I need them I can use them. In fact, these are going to be fed for a boost converter that's pretty much going to be hardwired to the 24 volt system in the shed, and they are going to be deemed the shopping day batteries. That was my intention of them. They may get used at other times, but the idea being is that when we come home once a fortnight on our usual shopping missions with, you know, a car full of frozen foods, and we've got to run the freezer hard out all night, I can just flick these batteries on to help out thus not depleting any of the charge stored in the 24 volt system in the B shed, because I kind of want to have that in reserve for you know, helping out when there is a genuinely bad weather event or something like that, you know. It's all in aid of minimising runs of the generator, basically. So, and speaking of the generator, I haven't had to run it yet in April. Well, technically I ran it yesterday for gaylawning, but not for charging batteries. That may possibly have to happen today, but when I got up I thought, yep, it's going to be a generator day today. But I'm looking at the sky now and there's starting to be some blue patches, so we shall see. But anyway, that's what I achieved on day 362 of the grid, and Baffy will be happy that this is no longer sitting flat packed in the lounge. So there we go.